Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the GBN television news for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. In the headlines, Grenada anticipating economic spur from the third Apex test match, which bowls off right here in 2 days. Economist says citizenship by investment programs in the Caribbean is under threat. Female senator warns government about the impact of gambling on young people. Now let's go over to Zia Frederick for what's to come in our probe around the globe. Zia?
Thank you, Blossom, and good evening, viewers and to listeners. I am Zia Frederick, and here's what's coming up a little later in the newscast. In the region, Jamaica records 11% decrease in major crimes in the first quarter of the year. Internationally, opposition critique of Russian President Putin, jailed for 9 years in what many terms as a Russian sham trial. And coming up in sports, Grenada to be the deciding venue as West Indies and England do battle in the third and final Apex test match. Join me for the details a little later in the newscast, but first, let's go back to Blossom.
Thank you, Zia. This is GBN Primetime Edition of News. Stay with us.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh with the details. Tonight's top story is some good news for track and field lovers. Intercall is back. After a 3-year hiatus, the country's premier national track and field meet for secondary school students is back. 2018 was the last time Intercall was held. In 2019, the Grenada Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, proprietor of Intercall Games, cancelled the event after teachers instituted a work to rule. This saw members of the GUT engaged in only direct school activities and not working outside of the stipulated school hours. Government was then forced to host its own event called the Secondary School Games in 2019. However, the COVID-19 pandemic put a halt on all sporting events for the last 2 years. But today, members of the media received an invitation for the official launch of the 2022 Republic Bank Inter-Secondary Schools Athletics Championships Intercall, scheduled for Wednesday afternoon. Information on the ground is that Intercall is scheduled for the first week of April 2022. We move on now. Potential spin-offs for Grenada's economy and recovery are at the top of the list of benefits for hosting another historic West Indies versus England test match from this Thursday. Here's Gerald Joseph with that report.
Troy Garvey, chair of the local organizing committee for the third Apex test match in the England tour of the West Indies, says the importance of the game is more than bat and ball. noting the economic spin-offs for Grenada and its tourism rebound. The lifting of the restrictions to allow unvaccinated fans to attend, Garvey believes, is a turning point for Grenada.
And Grenada serves as a template again, because during the South African tour, we were the first country in the region to allow spectators back into the ground. And now we are the first country in the region to allow spectators back at that level after a COVID pandemic. It's crucial, and I think the world is looking at us. And this will send a very strong message that not just cricket, but the country is prepared to host at the very highest level.
He notes the Grenadian experience will be critical to fully grasp the benefits of hosting such a match.
Be it 1 person or 10 persons in the stand, the benefits of this event to Grenada as a country, to our tourism product, is unheard of. Having 5 days of camera coverage of an event in Grenada to the UK market and to the cricketing world is something that we'll never be able to pay for or take for granted just like that. The hundreds of persons who have coming into our shores as a result of the game.
Tourism Minister Clarence Modest-Cowan says hosting the match is a signal for the return to normalcy and a pivotal movement for the tourism industry.
When we checked, the hotels fully booked, some are overbooked. The car rentals, they're overbooked, they're oversubscribed. And this is the good feeling about what is happening here, taking us back. And I'm starting to dream already of, the months and the next couple of years ahead. This will redound to the benefit, and the rippling effect of this cricket will be seen long after I've left tourism.
Minister Modest-Cowan says providing accommodation for vendors is another crucial aspect of the economic rebound. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, unvaccinated fans are being permitted to attend the test match at the National Stadium as vaccination differentiation policy has reportedly been lifted. However, the question of whether it was lifted nationally, as previously announced for April 4th, has been left unanswered until now. Gerard Joseph went in search of answers, as we hear in this report.
Vaccination differentiation has not been lifted nationally, despite being allowed for the third and final Apex Test match between West Indies and England this week. The removal of vaccination differentiation permits a mix of fully vaccinated and unvaccinated patrons at the match scheduled to bowl off on Thursday. Tourism Minister Clarence Modest-Cowan says when government made the decision to lift all restrictions, inclusive of the state of emergency, vaccination differentiation and mask wearing from April 4th, the green light had not been given from Cricket West Indies to allow unvaccinated fans to the venue.
The desire of Cricket West Indies to ensure that everybody who wants to see cricket is allowed to, and because of where we're going in terms of COVID, it's a stage. I would term it a stage going forward in loosening up on all protocols.
The minister explains the rationale for the official date next month.
And the reason we put it after that date is because we have found that when we make decisions and we seek to implement it immediately after, there's always a bit of confusion for locals, there's a confusion for visitors, and so we have followed what other countries have done with excellence. Give notice so that everyone involved can be prepared for whether it's loosening up or whether it's tightening up. This time is happily loosening up.
Press Secretary Philomena Robertson, in giving further clarification, notes that this is being done for this week's cricket game.
I think what's important to note too, Gerard, is that from a government's perspective, throughout the pandemic and more so in recent times, we saw recently with the Karakou Carnival that permission was granted. So there have been instances where permission has been granted for particular activities to take place, Karakou Carnival being one of the most recent, and now we have the cricket, and of course on April 4th we go forward.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
On to this other story. Grenada's heavy revenue earner, the Citizenship by Investment program, is facing threats from international countries, and the fight is now on to save it. The issue was discussed on GBN's Beyond the Headlines Monday night. Cherry and Blackman Stephen reports.
One thing is certain from what I have seen is that this program will come to an end sooner rather than later.
One leading regional economist is foreseeing a quick end of the country's citizenship by investment program. The CBI was launched in Grenada in August of 2013 as a means to strengthen the country by creating economic growth through foreign investments. However, with the United States of America earlier this month introducing the U.S. bipartisan bill that aims to end visa-free travel to the U.S., EU, and the U.K. for countries with citizenship by investment programs, its existence in the Caribbean is now threatened. OAS and former IMF economist Dr. Thompson Fontaine, who is presently the Deputy Chief Strategist with the South Sudan government, was a guest on GBN's Beyond the Headlines program Monday night. He believes that it's just a matter of time before this initiative falls.
If you read the legislation that they've proposed, it is very clear. They mentioned Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis by name, as indicating that these countries pose a threat to the European Union. And they have given the ultimatum that they either shut down their CBI programs or they risk losing visa-free access.
He said the U.S. has taken a further step.
They're saying that they will not allow taxpayers' money to be used for any type of due diligence process. So even if the countries in the region wanted to continue their programs with U.S. clients, they're going to face a real serious issue of getting the due diligence done.
Dr. Fontaine said his understanding is that Caribbean governments are hoping to reason their way out of this creeping threat, but is suggesting that countries in the region start thinking about alternatives to the CBI. Former ambassador and representative to the United Nations and the OAS for Antigua and Barbuda, Lionel Hurst, is pushing back against the narrative that citizenships are being sold to crooks and questionable characters. He's hoping an engagement with the U.S. can iron out this issue.
Our expectation is that having made the kind of approach to the U.S. as we have been making, that they will back off from this and not cause our countries to be further pushed into underdevelopment as a consequence of a fear of a security that does not exist.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Interim Chair of Grenada CBI, Mike Sylvester, also addressed the implications for Grenada. Referencing Grenada's suspension of the program for people from Russia and Belarus due to the ongoing war in Ukraine, he said the country's revenue is already impacted.
We have to think because you can't, I mean, even if you want to think through this long term in terms of where this might go, you have to, of course, plan and see how you can divert and divest into other nodes of growth at the same time. But then again, you still face the challenge of to what extent those nodes of growth will meet some of the same challenges that we have. But right now, I think the problem that is facing us directly in our face is that we need to address what is happening in terms of the CIP programs or the CBI programs, as you want to call them.
In the 2022 budget presentation, Finance Minister Gregory Bowen reported that government collected $30.6 million as of October 31st, 2021 in total receipts under the CBI program. Government's recurrent revenue estimates for CBI fees for 2022 to 2024 are $25,712,200, $27,285,252, and $28,666,201 respectively. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This is Primetime edition of news. Coming up, decomposed body found in St. Paul's remains unidentified. The details next.
The Country Call store wishes to advise the general public and its customers that the company will be closed on Thursday, March 24th to facilitate a general staff meeting. The mini mart and wholesale office will resume operations at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. respectively on Friday, March 25th. Island-wide sales via the trucks and vans will also resume as per normal on Friday, March 25th. The Country Call store apologizes for any inconvenience that this temporary closure may cause and thank the general public and all thanked its customers for their cooperation and understanding.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad, and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. And COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Black Friday Reloaded this week only. Shop from Thursday the 24th of March for up to 60% off selected items. Save $900 off a Land Ranger treadmill, only $1,999. HP Pro Desk PC, now just $2,299. Save $400 and get the LG 43-inch UHD 4K Smart Television for only $1,999. Save $1,000. Plus, with cost-ready finance, get 2 months free. Get all the best deals. Black Friday Reloaded, only at Court. Rigged Value Halls, open from 8 a.m. See in-store or online for details.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Deal or no deal? Let the games begin! Sunday, March 27th. Get set for another massive Whitey Virtual Bingo!
This time,
it's the Deal or No Deal Edition. edition with a whopping jackpot of $10,000.
Deal or no deal?
Here's the deal. For 1 week, tickets will be sold at $8. Whoa! At that price, you can buy 2. So take the deal, because after, it's gonna be $10 per ticket.
Oh, deal!
All players in Grenada, tickets are available at numerous box offices island-wide. And if you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 27th. Come join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. The Deal or No Deal edition.
Deal or no deal?
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. Flea infestation at the Florida government school is being blamed for at least 1 child seeking medical attention at the general hospital. Stray dogs sleeping on the school's compound are accused of creating the problem. More in this report.
Flea infestation. This problem has affected the proper functioning of a primary school, and the measures used to address the problem are now blamed for students' complaints about itching and burning eyes.
Currently, parents notice stuff on the child's skin, on the children's skin, during the week, and they've been inquiring what was taking place, but they was not given information or the right information.
Annette Welsh Mackenzie, parent and president of the Florida Government Schools PTA, told GBN that from her understanding, the issue started last Monday, which led to her son having a negative reaction.
I would have sent my son to school yesterday, Monday, and within an hour and a half, I got a call from the class teacher telling me to come to the school immediately because my son is having eye problems and I need to take him to the doctor. So I did that. I went to the school and I took him to the doctor. But before going to the doctor, they said to me that his eyes swollen, possibly from the spray, he got from the flea bites, he got the fever, and that trigger of the eye problem. The nurse, they put this cold compress on the eyes, like flush it out and so, and did all the examination they had to do. Then he went on to see the doctor. But he have to return on the 23rd of this month.
She still has concerns. Despite the ministry's intervention, Mackenzie believes there should have been some explanation to teachers on the necessary steps to follow after the school was sprayed.
My concern is, you spray on Friday, the school was closed for the whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So it is obvious that Monday, Tuesday, or for the rest of the week, you let the parents know the situation at the school, and you keep the school open, but no students on the compound. So the place could air out, so the fumes from the chemical, because I understand it's triton they use to spray the school. That is very harmful for human beings.
GBN reached out to the principal of the school, Marvin Andel, to find out what action has been taken to solve this issue, but was told he did not wish to comment on the matter. GBN also established contact with Health Minister Nicholas Steele, who informed us that they are aware of the situation and that the Environmental Division within the Ministry of Health did intervene and fumigated the school last Friday. GBN also attempted to reach the Ministry of Education's Chief Education Officer. However, calls went unanswered. For the past 2 days, students have been engaged in online learning. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Opposition Senator Rolanda McQueen has voiced her concern about what she sees as a huge societal problem in the future. Addressing the Senate recently, Senator McQueen aired her concerns with the trend of gambling facilities in Grenada.
I just want to make a comment on the gambling houses that is popping up in every street corner in our communities. And I would like to say today, if we do not do something about it, it would be one of the biggest cancer Grenada is going to suffer. And it's, I do hope we are putting in place facilities to help these young men when they get addicted to the one-hand bandit. Thank you, President.
In 2016, Grenada approved the gambling legislation, which became enforced in 2017. The law permits for the establishment of a gaming commission whose job is to inspect and license all places with gaming facilities, as well as issue licenses to those who are engaging in game of chance events. Casino gambling in Grenada was legalized in 2014 to boost the economy, with the minimum age to gamble being 18. Currently, however, the country has no casinos. This is because casinos are only permitted in hotels that have at least 300 rooms, and Grenada's largest hotel, the Royalton Grenada, has 269 rooms. And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Per-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
GBN featured 17-year-old Timon Phillip, one of the newest employees at True Blue Bay Resort, to mark World Down Syndrome Day on Monday. GBN brought us this feel-good story, and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to share your positive thoughts. Margaret said, "I am so glad to hear and see that someone has taken the step to acknowledge people like Timon in Grenada. These people are capable of doing anything they set their mind to. They just need more opportunities from the relevant authorities. The public needs to treat them with respect and understanding, and don't single them out as not being able to achieve because they may look and act differently from what people call normal." I salute the manager of True Blue and his staff for giving a differently abled person a chance. Mac commented, "Oh yes, she is such a sweetheart. I celebrated my birthday in True Blue just weeks ago, and I had the pleasure of meeting her. My heart melted as I received so much love from her. God bless her soul always. Indeed, a great asset to the resort. I am so down with her. God bless her always." Janelle wrote, "Beautiful. Happy that at least there are some that value inclusion. Grenada still has it. Where to go? It's a start." And finally, Ruth said, "This is so sweet. I saw her there. She is so beautiful. Continue the great job, sweetheart. You're special. Lots of love to you." That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still to come, we look at the importance of groundwater as Grenada joins the rest of the world in observance of World Water Day.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
At Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the #1 supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grand Anse, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Call our telephone number 444-3042. WhatsApp 405-4993 or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us 1-231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
citizens.
Is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Welcome back. Grenada joined the rest of the world in observance of World Water Day under the theme Groundwater, Making the Invisible Visible. It focuses on understanding the importance of proper waste disposal and its impact on groundwater. Christelina John has more.
Students of 9 primary and secondary schools from the parishes of St. George and St. John participated in a one-day exercise organized by the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. They were given a tour of the Perseverance landfill as part of the observance of World Water Day on Tuesday. The aim is to further raise awareness of the importance of managing waste and groundwater. Myrna Julian, Communications Officer at the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, explained to students their roles as waste generators.
We are aware here at the Solid Waste Authority that improper management of waste in the community can affect the quality of the water that is in our water systems, as well as here at the landfill. We are aware that we have groundwater that can negatively impact first we have a river in the vicinity as well as the marine ecosystem. So we thought it fit that we would invite the students from the schools on the western side of the island and some from the town of St. George's to come here and to be aware of the whole process of landfilling and how the method of treating our leachate, that is a runoff from garbage and groundwater, is done.
Julian went into detail about what the tour entailed.
On the operations, they would enter the our Weybridge facility, understand what's happening in terms of data collection, the types of waste coming in, the quantities, etc., and then they are taken on a guided tour of the facility to understand from arrival to disposal, treatment, etc., how the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority is engaged in waste management at the landfill facility, and going forward our plans for managing this facility.
Wendy Chateau, Assistant Communications Officer at the National Water and Sewerage Authority, explained that about 90% of Nawasa's water supply is from surface water and about 5% is groundwater. Chateau, highlighting the significance of World Water Day to Nawasa, said part of their activities is an awareness walk to bring attention to the importance of groundwater.
Today is important for us, and the theme is important for us because unlike surface water, which can be affected in situations of drought where you can see the supply depleting during the dry season, groundwater is always available. And once there is no human interventions in terms of contamination and so on, groundwater is always clean and safe to use. The treatment process is not as extensive as surface water, which is more exposed to human interventions.
Christelina John, GBN News.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISA features a heart-shaped golden apple. Our ISA reporter said the golden apple came from a tree from the Lalse's backyard in Tillery, St. Andrew. Golden apple is a fruit rich in nutrients. Here are a few. The antioxidants present in the fruit fight against cancer. It helps in the renewal of tissues and protects against cardiovascular diseases. In some places, the fruit is used to treat injuries from burns. Scientific studies have also proven that fruit can lower high blood pressure. The fruit is suggested for diabetics to regulate blood sugar levels. The phosphorus and calcium content of the fruit is beneficial for maintaining healthy bones and teeth. It has also been used to treat urinary tract infections and hemorrhoids. There's also the fun side too. Green or ripe? How do you prefer to consume your golden apple? As juice, peeled and cut with pepper and salt, in a stew, or bust open and eaten just like the days after raiding a tree after school? Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. Coming up next, the weather report and forecast.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Listen to us. The youths like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk out there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say.
I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's and Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
The grand prize of $50,000 in the Digicel Prime Plus 50K jackpot, or you could grab second place of $15,000 or third place of $5,000 and loads of weekly prizes like cash, smartphones, hardware and grocery vouchers and more. To enter, simply activate any Prime Plus bundle in the My Digicel app or dial *664 #. 1 day Prime Plus bundle equals 1 raffle entry. 3 day bundle equals 3 raffle entry. 7 day Prime Plus bundle equals 7 raffle entry. And a 30-day Prime Plus bundle equals 30 raffle entries, plus a bonus 20 extra entries. Over $100,000 in prizes to be won. Activate a Prime Plus bundle today. Digicel, better together.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carrico. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Good evening once again, viewers and listeners. I am Frederick. Tonight we bowl off with cricket. Grenada will play host to the third and final apex test between West Indies and England, which is now the critical deciding match to lift the Richard Botham Trophy. Manager of the West Indies, Raul Lewis, says both teams have been playing good cricket and Grenada will be the perfect environment to determine the winners.
As it relates to the victory, we love a victory, but we have like 10 members of support staff. Phil Simmons, head of the coaching department, with his other coaches. I'm sure that they're planning right now, as we speak, for that victory. And, you know, being part of the team, I would love to have a victory also. But more than that, we are happy to be in Grenada. We love Grenada. I can't think of anyone or any member of the squad who doesn't love to come to these shows. So I'm very, very happy to be here. And at the end of the day 5, we'd love to celebrate.
Lewis, who is former Grenadian and West Indian cricketer, says he is happy to be home and notes that it has been an excellent series so far.
Test cricket is the most challenging format of the game. And you can see both teams out there, you know, putting their heart, you know, for the country, and we are happy to see that, you know, it's going into 5 days. That's what the fans are here for, and you know, we're hoping in Grenada as well that we can have a 5-day match.
Still with cricket, there were wins for La Porterie, Idler Sports Club and Shamrock as the Andre George St. Andrews T20 tournament continued on Saturday. La Porterie scoring 223 for 4 defeated Tivoli veterans who were reduced to 96 all-out as Dennis Smith smashed an unbeaten 89. Delroy Nelson 74 and Mickey Edwards nabbed a 5-wicket haul for La Porterie. Shamrock held off Riverview after posting 178 for 4, bowling out Riverview for 175, while Hope comfortably chased Flashbackers 98 for 9, reaching 102 in 9 in 7.2 overs. And finally, in football, the Spice Boys have settled in as they look to face off against Gibraltar in the first of 2 international friendlies in the UEFA region. Head coach Michael Finley, in a recent media engagement, noted they will be taking full advantage of every international window leading up the Nations League in June. Coach Finley cited the need for players to gel while taking into consideration the extended list of players of UK, US and local-based players to create a competitive environment.
We want these players to make my job and the rest of the staff's job very difficult. You can't look to gain success by only having 18 players. It's going to take a lot more than that, and you should be able to have 2 to 3 players per position competing, which then raises everybody's competitive spirit and performance standard.
He said this will be key to the final selection of the national senior men's football team.
The gelling portion of it has to come from an immediate relationship. That's why some of these players that are in this camp and some of the players that were in the January camp probably will not be on the list come June for the Nations League. So, you know, that is part of the process, is to get an understanding of who works well together, what the internal relationship is of the group, what the culture is. And we only can do that by testing these players in these environments, and we have limited time to do it. So I think we're reaching our objectives within these 2 camps prior to final selection for June.
That's the end of tonight's Sportscast. Regional and international news are next. Tonight's regional news comes from Jamaica, where from January 1st to March 14th, the country recorded an 11% reduction in major crimes when compared to the corresponding period last year.
The country has recorded 967 major crimes during the period, the lowest incidence of major crimes since 2010.
The recently launched JDF anti-gang task force has been operational, and their efforts so far have been reaping significant success. Murders are down by 5.2%. They are now at 292 compared to 308. At this point, Madam Speaker, shootings are down by 19%. There are now 222 shootings compared to 274. We have, Madam Speaker, 196 firearms have been seized, which to date, might be even more, which represents an overall increase of 26% and a 100% increase in rifle seizures.
The Prime Minister had this to say about people sending guns to Jamaica.
Stop it! Stop it! We will find you and we will ask for your extradition back to Jamaica to serve time in a Jamaican prison.
Mr. Holness touted the success of the Get Every Illegal Gun campaign and says changes will come to the Firearm Licensing Authority.
The most prominent opposition figure to Russian President Vladimir Putin, Alexei Navalny, has been found guilty of fraud and contempt of court. He has been sentenced to 9 years in strict regime penal colony in a case rejected by supporters as fabricated.
A Russian court found Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny guilty of large-scale fraud and contempt of court on Tuesday. He was sentenced to 9 years in prison, a ruling that will keep President Vladimir Putin's most prominent opponent out of active politics for years ahead. Navalny had pled not guilty. He has dismissed the charges as being politically motivated. He is already serving a 2.5-year sentence at a prison camp east of Moscow for parole violations related to charges he says were fabricated in order to thwart his political ambitions. Prosecutors had asked the court to send him to a maximum security penal colony for 13 years. A gaunt Navalny stood beside his lawyers as the judge read out the accusations against him. The 45-year-old seemed unfazed, looking down as he flipped through court documents. Kira Yarmish is his spokesperson. She said his team had prepared for Navalny to receive a long sentence.
This is not a surprise that Putin would like to keep Alexei in prison for as long as he is in power. We are completely sure that this is his direct order to imprison Alexei.
Navalny was jailed last year when he returned to Russia after receiving medical treatment in Germany following a poison attack with a nerve agent during a visit to Siberia in 2020. Navalny blamed Putin for the attack. The Kremlin denied involvement and said it had seen no evidence that Navalny was poisoned.
Here ends regional and international news. Blossom is next with a recap of tonight's headlines.
And as we wrap tonight, let's look back at what made news. Grenada anticipating economic spur from the third Apex Test match, which bowls off at the National Stadium on Thursday. Economist says citizenship by investment programs in the Caribbean is under threat. Female senator warns government about the impact of gambling on young people. In regional developments, Jamaica records 11% decline in major crimes in first quarter of 2022. Internationally, opposition critic of Russian President Putin jailed for 9 years in what many term a Russian sham trial. And in sports, West Indies and England do battle in Grenada for the third and final Apex Test match. That's the end of the GBN Nightly News for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. Stay tuned to all GBN platforms at 8 o'clock for the Health Forum, the first in a two-part series, which will be broadcast right here. On behalf of the entire GBN News team, I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and stay tuned for the Health Forum.